Good morning, my dear students, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Kanmanjaya Vidyapit. Friends, in our today's session, we are going to see the concept which is isotopes, isotones, and isobars. We will also discuss their uses and even the numericals based on this concept. First of all, welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. Now friends, as I said that today we are going to discuss about three very important parameters of chemistry, which is isotopes, isobars and isotones. What is the meaning of the word isotope? First of all, let's understand the meaning of this word, which is isotope. Meaning of the word iso means same. Tope means place. So, those elements which are at same place in the periodic table, we are going to talk about those elements. Okay, they are at same place in the periodic table. What is the meaning of the word isotope now? Isotope are those substances which are having same atomic number but different atomic mass. Now those elements which are having same atomic number but their atomic mass are different, what are they called as isotopes? Once again, these three are very important definitions. That is the three definitions which we are going to discuss today, which are these are isotopes, isobars and isotones. Right now we are discussing about isotopes. What are isotopes? Those substances which are having same atomic number but different atomic mass. What are they called as isotopes? Here they have given us three examples. Among them, the very first one is about the hydrogen. In example, we are having hydrogen. If we talk about the hydrogen, then we are having three isotopes of it, which is this: protium, which is 11H, deuterium, 21H, tritium, which is 31H. Now, how will they differ? They are having same atomic number. That means in all this, the number of protons are going to be remain same. That is 1, 1 and 1. What is changing is the number of neutrons over here. How can you judge the number of neutrons from this? First of all, for that, try to recall atomic mass is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So if I want to find out number of neutrons. How will I find out? Atomic mass minus number of protons. I need to simply subtract this. So here, in protium, how many number of neutrons are there? 1 minus 1, that is no neutron. Then next, 2,1H. So 2 minus 1. So how many neutrons? 1 neutron. Then 3,1H. 3 minus 1, that is 2 neutrons. So here, any atom that is having same atomic number but different atomic mass, what is that called as? Isotope. This is one of the examples of hydrogen. Like hydrogen, we are having also chlorine. Chlorine is existing in two forms, that is chlorine 1735 and 1737. Another example is of chlorine. Okay. Now how many number of neutrons are over here? Just subtract from 35, 17. What will you get? You will get 18. Then subtract 37 and 17. What will you get? 20. So the number of neutrons are differing over here, as you can observe over here. Chlorine is existing in the nature in two forms, that is chlorine 3517 and chlorine 3717. 17 is its atomic number, while over here the one at the top is its atomic mass. 37 is the atomic mass of chlorine, 35 is the atomic mass of chlorine, and this is how they are separated from each other. Moving to the next particular thing, that is the carbon. Carbon is existing again in two forms. If we talk about the third element, which is carbon, then carbon is existing in this form: C612 and C614. In C612, subtract this two, 12 minus 6. So how many neutrons are there? There are 6 neutrons. Here 14 minus 6. So again 8 neutrons. So this is how you can talk about the nuclear composition of each of this. Okay. Once again, the whole of the concept of isotopes. What are isotopes? Those elements which are having same atomic number but different atomic masses, they are called as isotopes. How are isotopes bifurcated now? Depending on the number of neutrons, the number of the isotopes come into existence. Okay, so here it is. If we talk about protium, deuterium and tritium, then these are 3 isotopes of hydrogen. Protium 1 minus 1, so it is containing no neutron. Deuterium 2 minus 1, so it is containing 1 neutron. Tritium 3 minus 1, so it is containing how many neutrons? 2. Coming to the word chlorine. Chlorine atom 35 minus 17, how many neutrons? 18 neutrons. 37 minus 17, how many neutrons? 20 neutrons. Let us talk about carbon. 12 minus 6, so how many neutrons? 6 neutrons. 14 minus 6, so how many neutrons? 8 neutrons. So this is how any atom is having same atomic number. That means it is at same place in the periodic table. What is periodic table? It is the table about which you are going to study in your class 10 in detail. It is a table in which all the elements are arranged in a particular form. Depending on their atomic numbers and the other properties, they are bifurcated. And that bifurcation you are going to study in detail in your class 10. So, those elements which are having same atomic number but different atomic mass, they are called as isotopes. So that is all about the isotopes. Please note down this. After that, we shall see the next particular some numerical based on isotopes. Please note down this. Now, let us have a look at its first numerical. Here it is given that natural chlorine is having two isotopes. Which is 75% of and 25% of now let us calculate the average of this. Now how will we get the average atomic mass? %75 of this. Now what is this weight? It's 35. So 5 25% of 37. So 25 into 37 upon total, which is 100. Okay. This is how we have to do. Now we need to multiply 75 with 35. 22. 2625 plus 25 into 37. 925 upon 100. We simply need to add this to 3550 upon 100, which is 35.50. So this is the average atomic mass of chlorine. In this way, any of the numerical can come. In any number of percentage they can give you. What you have to do is simply multiply the percentage with its atomic mass and go on adding. They can give you 3 or 4 such isotopes, whichever are existing. Like hydrogen is having 3 of its isotopes. So all 3 one by one they can give you in percentage, and then its atomic mass is calculated. So originally when we are writing the atomic mass of chlorine as 35.5, at that time it is its average atomic mass. It is not like that one atom of chlorine is having the mass of 35.5. So this is how in point also we are getting the average atomic masses. Okay. So I hope it's clear and I hope you have understood. Once again, let me explain you. Natural chlorine is having 2 isotopes, that is 75% of this isotope, which is 3517 chlorine, and 25% of this 3717 chlorine. Now what is average atomic mass? It is what? Whatever percentage is given, multiply it with the atomic mass plus percentage into its atomic mass, then divide it by 100. Multiply the terms and simply add them and divide by 100. Because for percentage we are using the basic thing, which is 100. Okay, so I hope it's, please note down this, then we'll move further. Noted? It's chlorine. Okay, fine. Be quick. Now, let's move further. Next is about the characteristics of isotope. Okay. Now, coming to the characteristics of isotopes. Few characteristics of isotopes. First of all the isotopes, they are having same number of electrons in their outermost orbit. Coming to the next particular topic, which is the characteristics of isotope. Now, what are the characteristics of isotopes? We are knowing that all the isotopes are having same atomic number. So the number of electrons are same in them. That means they are having identical chemical properties. All the isotopes have same chemical properties. Isotopes have identical chemical properties. Because the number of electrons are same in all. Coming to the next part, which is the next characteristic of isotope. They have different physical properties because of one or some extra neutrons in the nucleus. Isotopes have different physical properties, okay? Because the number of neutrons in the nuclei are different. Okay, so this is about the isotope. Next is the various properties like density, melting point, boiling point are slightly different. Okay, so these are few of the characteristics of isotope. Please note them down. Then we'll move further on the next particular topic. Be quick. Now, the next particular topic, which is the uses of isotope. Uses of isotope. In that, the very first use you are having is of carbon 14. It is used in carbon dating method. Now, what is this carbon dating method? Carbon dating method is a method by which we can know the age of any specimen. Yes, in many episodes of CID and all, you might have seen that they come to know that anything is how much old or like that. Similarly, if we want to know about the that it is of approximately how many years back fact, then we can use this method, which is carbon dating method, in which the specimen is analyzed with the help of this isotope. Next is the isotope of uranium, which is used as a fuel in the nuclear reactors. Okay, next use. In the nuclear reactor, uranium is used as a fuel. Large amount of energy is produced by using uranium, uh, by using the nuclear fission as well as nuclear fusion reactions. Enormous amount of energy is produced and this energy is utilized. That is about the use of uranium. Next, isotope of cobalt is used in the treatment of cancer. In the same way, isotope of iodine is used in the treatment of goiter. These are few of the uses of the isotopes. Once again, let us have a look at the uses of it. Carbon 14 in the carbon dating method, uranium as a fuel in the nuclear reactors, isotope of cobalt in the treatment of cancer, and isotope of iodine in the treatment of goiter. So these are the ways how isotopes are useful to us. Please note down this, then we'll move further on the next two concepts, which is isobars and isotones. Please note down this quick. Now, let's move further on the next particular topic, which is isobar. Now, what is the use of isobar and what is isobar actually? Isobar are those elements which are having same atomic mass but different atomic number. Yes, there are some elements which are having same atomic mass but different atomic number. Those are called as isotopes. Oh, sorry, isobars. So that is the content we are going to start right now, which is isobars. Elements having same atomic mass but different atomic number are called isobars. Example over here is calcium and argon. These are two elements which are having different atomic number. Atomic number of argon is 18 while that of calcium is 20. But atomic mass of both is same, which is 40. There is one more example. The isotope of carbon and nitrogen. Both of them have same atomic mass over here 14 but different atomic number. So this is how elements which are having same atomic mass but different atomic number are categorized as isobars. Okay, note down this, then we'll move on the last particular content, which is isotones. I hope you have noted it. Now, next particular content, which is isotones. Now, what are isotones? Isotones are, iso means same again, and over here, the same thing which is there is number of neutrons. Yes, the elements with different atomic number, different atomic mass, but the number of neutrons in them is same. Then that are called as isotones. So, the elements which have different atomic number different atomic mass but same number of neutrons They are called as isotones. Okay, let me give you example of it. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. This is carbon, nitrogen and oxygen element. What is the atomic number of carbon? Here, atomic number is 6, here it's 7, here it is 8. Atomic mass, here it is 14, here it is 15 and here it is 16. Coming to number of neutrons. So 14 minus 6 is 8, 15 minus 7 is again 8, 16 minus 8, again it is 8. And this is how you get the elements which are having same number of neutrons, but atomic number as well as atomic mass is different. So this is one of the example of it. Okay, please note down the content of isotones. Okay, so I hope you have noted it. So I hope you are with the content which is done today. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a very good day. Bye bye.